So if you're watching this video, you might be moving to Midtown East in Manhattan, and there's a few things that you need to know before moving to this neighborhood. Now, I say neighborhood, but Midtown East really isn't a neighborhood because it's actually just a part of the city with a bunch of different neighborhoods inside Midtown East. But a lot of people tend to refer to themselves living in Midtown East, even though they live specifically in one of the neighborhoods in Midtown East. So some of the different neighborhoods in Midtown East are Sutton Place, Kips Bay, Murray Hill, Tudor City. There's going to be commuters going through any Midtown neighborhood, that's for sure. Now, some neighborhoods are going to have more commuter traffic than others. So most of the people that you're going to see going through Midtown East is going to be commuters because there's a lot of offices around there. Now, some of these neighborhoods I mentioned is going to have more foot traffic than others. So some of them are going to have more of a neighborhood vibe than the other neighborhood, and they're going to have more locals there than the other neighborhoods. So I'm going to break down all the specific neighborhoods in a separate video. So I'm going to go into depth about what they have in the actual neighborhoods, where you should recommend based off like who you are and what you like. So overall, I would say that Midtown East definitely has something for everybody. Now, you're not going to find a lot of nightlife in Midtown East, that's for sure. However, there is going to be somewhat of a bar scene in different parts of Midtown East. I would say more of a casual bar scene, but if you're just looking for like a casual place to go out late night, then you will be able to find that in Midtown East. And then when it comes to dining options, from casual to fine dining, you can really find it all throughout the whole section of Midtown East. So some of those specific neighborhoods are going to have more fine dining option than others, and then vice versa when it comes to casual dining as well. I would say that the Midtown East neighborhoods that are more south tend to have more casual spots than the Midtown East neighborhoods that are on the north side of Midtown East. They tend to have more fine dining, upscale places. For the most part, there are always exceptions. And when it comes to public transportation, you're going to have some good options in Midtown East because there are so many people commuting to Midtown East for work. That always means that the subway options and the bus options are going to be good. And depending where you are in Midtown East, you're also going to have the ferry that runs on the East River. So overall, you have some really good commuting options for New York City. Now, if you live all the way east, to catch a subway, you're always going to have to go all the way into where the main subway lines are. But that's really in any neighborhood that is all the way east or all the way west. You're never going to have, hardly ever, I should say, you're going to have trains kind of like on the outskirts of a neighborhood. That's just something to keep in mind with Midtown East. When it comes to grocery stores and gyms in Midtown East, you're going to have a bunch of different ones. So some local gyms, depending on where you are in the neighborhood, you will have an Equinox. There is Whole Foods, depending on where you are. Fairway, depending on where you are in the neighborhood. There are some big grocery stores as well. So there is also access to Trader Joe's if you're on the north side of Midtown East. You do have some good options there in the neighborhood. Now, I hope this helped you figure out a few things that you should know before moving to Midtown East. If there's anything that I missed in this video or any other questions that you have, just let me know in the comments because as always, I love hearing from you guys.